Hello everyone, I'm Shiro, and welcome to Team Fortress 2. We're on Steel. I am the demo man with my shiny, lovely new grenade, sticky launcher thing. It's kind of just going to be an update thing, really. I don't have anything to do or talk about. I mean, I have a soldier contract, but I'm halfway done with that, and I'm not that into soldier anymore. To tell the truth, it doesn't move fast enough. I like maneuverability and things. Soldier just doesn't have that, and I've grown tired. I mean, I love the damage. I love the fact that it's actually fairly easy to play, but it's just, if you want to be able to play him to the level beyond how I've already got to him, you need to be able to rocket jump, and I can't rocket jump for shit. So I think my keyboard might be too sensitive. There we go, I got another person. I had to run away from that, otherwise I'd have blown myself up. But yeah, this is going to be kind of just, this is what I'm doing, and this is what's happening, and ta-da! And this is the state of TF2, and my thoughts and stuff like that. Because Gunmetal has been out for a while now, and I liked the update. I think it did a lot of good things. I think they need to rework it a little bit. I don't agree with how powerful heavies are now. I don't quite agree with a lot of people saying it added variety and stuff. I don't agree with that. Like, demo men are pretty much all just using the grenade launcher now. No one's using the lock and load because it sucks. Soldier didn't change. Spies are using the dead ringer and the big earner. Scouts didn't change. Like they all use the exact same weapons. The only thing that changed is that now less people, like before there used to be kind of a difference in what spy weapon you'd use, like what knife and what pistol. Like occasionally people would use the ambassador, or they could also just as viably use the enforcer and the regular revolver. Now it's just they all use the same thing. So I kind of disagree. There's less mini-sentries, so in a way there's even less variety, because now there's even less weapons being used. But I think it was a good update. It changed a lot of things that needed to be changed. I'm glad that there are less mini-sentries, despite the fact I just moaned about it. I am glad that they don't have as many of them anymore, because, oh god, were they ridiculous. They're still not 100% what I would consider as nerfed as they needed to be, because they were pretty fucking powerful. But I mean, like, it was good that they did get nerfed, because they definitely needed it. I was suicided, and they capped anyway because I was the only person doing anything. But yeah, I think it was a good update, and I want to see more of what they do, whether they fix it for when matchmaking finally comes out. That would be interesting to see, whether they adjust it a little bit. I do kind of think they nerfed Demo Man a bit too much with the lock and load, because yes, it definitely was OP. It, like, most certainly was OP. No one is going to deny that. But the fact that now it's just pointless, like, the only thing it has is that it does 20% extra damage to buildings. There's no reason to use it, because you already do enough damage to buildings. Like, any grenade launcher will destroy a building in the same amount of turns. It doesn't make much difference, because they have 500 health at level 3 sentry. Mini sentries got nerfed anyway, so you could destroy them. If you really want to destroy a building, you have a sticky bomb launcher. That's what this is for. You know, you don't need to use your primary for that. And I understand that kind of the hybrid demo night thing with the lock and load means they can actually destroy buildings. That's good. That's a good thing. But those demo knights aren't the ones who destroy the buildings. Those demo knights were the ones that destroyed people. And so they don't really care about the buildings. They got the other members of their team to handle that. And oh my god, I got iron bombed. In one hit as well. Holy shit. There wasn't a crit. How the fuck did you do that? I must have taken some side damage. Yeah, I kind of think it needed a bit reworking. Maybe if they made it so it does 20% damage to players but not buildings, and maybe it did 20% less damage to buildings. I think that would have made more sense. Because that way it'd still be balanced, because it would do, like, it would take an extra shot to destroy a building than it would with anything else. So you would have to play a little differently. But even so, it would still do the damage it did to players, which was why people used it, because they wanted to do damage to players. And like as Demo Man, that's kind of a secondary objective when you have the standard loadout. So people wanted to use the lock and load because it allowed them to do something different. Now you can't. The lock and load is just crap. Like, you don't need it. Just use what I've got here. Islander is still good. I mean, like, I could do with being a bit tankier now, I guess. Oh my, I'm just getting destroyed by these demo men. Holy shit. Yeah, the Islander, yes, it's very, very good. Yes, they're also capping E right now, which is amazing. Let's go cap E. Holy shit. Yeah, like, yes, it did need nerfing. No one is going to deny that. But I think they nerfed it the wrong way, because no one needs to use it anymore. There is no reason to. You'll just use the normal grenade launcher or the iron bomber. Like, people are using the iron bomber now. They very rarely ever used the iron bomber before, but now they're doing it because it's actually kinda good. Like, why would they not use it when it's actually, like, a good weapon now? Like, there is no reason not to. Especially since the lock and load is no longer a good weapon. You know, oh look, a building's going up. There's an engineer next to it. If I managed to land that, it would have gone down in 2 hits. 2 hits. Lock and load would have destroyed it in 2 hits. Makes no difference. I didn't hit it because I'm bad at the game. There was no reason why I wouldn't have been able to hit that if I didn't hide behind that wall instead of just firing twice. You know? There we go. See, that's... You don't need the lock and load to do that. I don't know how that trajectory just looked weird to me. I don't get it. But yeah, I don't see why they needed the lock and load change to be that severe. It went from, like, the most used weapon to the least most used weapon, and I think that's stupid. I think they could do with changing that. And a lot of people are saying it didn't make any difference. It did. It made a lot of difference. I'm now defending, because I got auto-balanced, so I probably shouldn't have destroyed that sentry now. Kinda sucks. I definitely think they need to work on that auto-balancing thing. It's a broken as fuck system. Like, oh, you died after doing a load of stuff against red team. So you're now on red team. How about no? How about I stay on the team that I just did a load of work for? It'd be like Microsoft hiring a bunch of people to, like, outplay Sony, right, in, like, the console wars. And you do so much stuff that just basically sabotages Sony. But it's obviously not the kind of sabotage that would get you arrested and is illegal. But it's the kind of sabotage that means Xbox is going to outplay Sony dramatically, you know? It's that kind of sabotage. But then as soon as you've done that, you know, and it works, and Xbox is now selling, the government, you know, like the court of law is like, no, you're now working for Sony. Good luck with that. You know, like an even higher power is now like, no, fuck you. And so, like, that's what auto-balancing is in this game. It's stupid as fuck. They should really do it on something else. They should do it, like, the people who are doing, like... The people who are, like, AFK in the fucking spawn or something should get balanced the other team. Or, they should just not allow you to unbalance teams. Or would that make just too much sense? Would that just make too much sense? I think that might make too much sense. I got another 8 kill streak there. You know, with that life, I probably balanced out. And yes, it does add challenge to the game. Because people, like, sometimes, if they're more optimistic than I, will like getting auto-balanced. Because they'll get auto-balanced and then they'll be like, oh yay, now I have to work twice as hard to try and undo what I've already done. That's a good thing, I guess. If they... I hope that they do the matchmaking similar to Dota. I hope that it's not a you die and then you die forever, because that game mode will suck. I hope it's just like this, like it is in Highlander, like it is in competitive games that already exist in TF2. But you have a set team, you don't get auto balance, nothing like that happens. I hope it's just sixes. I hope it's sixes with no like limits and like exceptions. Straight up 6v6, maybe 9v9 at a push, but I don't think that'll work because, well, like, a lot of the maps are too small for that. For example, Dust Bowl. You can't have 9 people on that. It's way too small. And I don't care the fact that it was made for 9 people. It is far too small for 18 people on a single map. Especially the first stage. That video I did the other day of me running around on Dust Bowl, that was insane. There was too many people there. And yes, there was 32 people in that server. Yes. But even if there wasn't, even half that would have been too much. You know? And so I really think they should probably do 6s, maybe 7s. That might be good. But the problem is I don't trust Valve to be like, yeah, we're making our own. We're just taking one of the already made competitive things. I know that they're just going to be like, we're just making this. You know, we're just making our own game mode, and I think if they do that, it's going to be bad. Because who knows? They could do 11v11 like it is already a thing, and that's just going to be not good for competitive. It needs to be smaller. It needs to be more refined. I think there should actually be some weapon limits. Shouldn't, for example, be able to use the Natasha because it's just ridiculous. Can't kill a heavy as a scout. Now, it's impossible to do that because they'll just stand there and they'll just go zzz, and you will die. That's not a good thing. If they won't even go zzz, they'll just go zzz, and you'll die. It's that simple. And that's not a good thing, because this game is based around its class system. And if there's one class that literally cannot be defeated by a certain class, that's not balanced. It's just not. It's not fair. Because you could win a game by going 6-man heavy. That's not going to work. You know, that's not how a competitive game mode should be. And I think it does need a little bit of reworking. I get a lot of trade offers because I have a lot of hats. But yeah, like that's not how it should work, and I think they will need to refine it a lot more. I'm kind of interested to see what they go with and see what they do. At the same time, I'm pretty worried because it could very well be an absolute monstrosity. We dodged a crocket. Dodged a crocket. Whoa! Yeah, another scout's capping. Let's do this. I'll go and kill him. You just stay alive. Oh, you died too. You suck, Scout. Even though I died first. Yeah, I think they need to rework it. I'm interested to see what they do. There needs to be a few tweaks here and there. And I'm not sure if Valve ever really do tweaks. They change something like, yeah, we've changed it now, and what? And you just have to deal with it. That's just how Valve works. And no matter how many people moan, complain, and how is this NG not dead? How are you not dead? Fucking hell. I hit you like 5 times with a shotgun. Scout, get the fucking health. Get the health. Health! Fucking idiot. You know, I'm not sure if they really have it in them to tweak it at all, because they don't tend to do that. They just make something and say, here you go. And if you don't like it, fuck. You're just screwed, because they ain't going to change it. It's Valve. But no, I think they seem to be putting a hell of a lot of effort into the matchmaking. And I'm sure I hit him twice. But no. Scattergun is retarded at aiming. That's another thing I don't agree with. Damage spread. They gave it so damage spread isn't a thing for anything except for shotguns. The fuck? The fuck, Valve? So a heavy can just spray and every single bullet will hit you, and like a heavy will just stand there, follow you with his cursor. Every single bullet will do like 15 damage. You'll die. You know, a scout, however, with a shotgun will hardly ever get the fabled 108 damage because it's just stupidly unlucky. You know, that is literally a 1 in 108 chance to get that damage. It's not going to happen. You know, there's like 50% chance that you're gonna get like anywhere between 1 and 52 damage, 54 damage rather. You know. No, I'm not trading with you. Fuck off. This isn't a trade server. This is a Valve server. Fuck you. Like, see, the first shot was even closer than the second. First one did 18. Second one did like 100 and something. So it's very random, Scout, and I gotta say I am not happy about it. I mean, it's how Scout has always been. That isn't a recent change. But I think they need to make it a little bit more cemented. Like, maybe so it can only do a minimum of 20 damage or something. Unless it's at extreme range. Maybe if they put a little bit more effort into the actual programming and how the bullets work, it might not be as stupid. Because I should have hit him there. I've had shots like that where I've hit that medic for 50, 60 damage. I didn't hit him at all. Because of the shotgun spray. It should be like a uniformed kind of spray. Like maybe if they lowered the damage a little bit. But the spray should always be the same size, the same shape. So you can actually know that you're going to hit someone. Because you fire at someone, even if you lead the shot perfectly, you aim it perfectly. No matter what, even at point blank range, there is a chance you're not going to do any damage. Because of the spray. But, you know, I guess that's more realistic. But at the same time, it's not. Because if you're at point blank range with a scattergun, you're going to hit them. They're going to die. But they're not in this game. Because there's health. And, like, people have different amounts of health. And, like, even when you crit, you're not going to kill someone half the time. Because it's just stupid. And I don't agree with that. And whereas, you know, like a heavy can just go, oh, I want you to die, I'm going to stand here. A medic will naturally come and heal me because I'm a heavy. And like that's apparently a medic's job, even though it's not. That's what the medic thinks their job is. We aren't going to get this point. We're not going to get this point. But yeah, like, as far as the medic knows, I'm just going to heal the heavy. The heavy's going to get a load of kills. I'm going to be credit to team. No. You're going to heal the heavy's going to get a load of kills. You're going to be the worst medic in the history of the game. Don't do that. Yeah. Like, a heavy can just go, I want you dead. I'm just going to stand there, point at you. You will die. Soldier can do that to some degree. They have to aim a little bit more, and they have to time their shots. But they can be like, no, I don't agree with you being here. I'm going to go boom. I'm going to go boom. You're going to die. You're just going to get juggled into the air. You're going to die, and we're going to push forward. A scout, who is the pushing class, he is the aggressive, I'm going to run forward, I'm going to get shit done class. Can't do that. He doesn't have the ability because his weapon isn't accurate enough. And that's stupid, because he's the aggressive class. He's more aggressive than the soldier is. He's more aggressive than the heavy is. The heavy is more of a defensive class. You know? And the soldier is too slow to really be effective, unless he can rocket jump really far. You know? I don't really agree with it. And I think it should probably change a little bit. But that's enough of my kind of rant. Long story short, TF2 update was good. Need to tweak it a bit. Can't wait for matchmaking. That's going to be fun. They need to sort a few things out in the game. But I think when they do, it'll be good. And I think they will. I have faith in them that they will for when matchmaking comes out. Also, I'm working on things. Projects are being done. There's like a load that I can't talk about. I'm going on holiday at the beginning of August for a couple weeks. So I won't be able to make new videos then. And the playthrough that I've been so hyped for recently and been planning won't be a thing until after then, because I won't have my microphone, my good microphone, back until after then. Or rather I would, but I'd be in Canada, so I won't be able to actually receive it at my house, because I'm not in the country. But when I get that back, I'll start on that. That'll be fun. Working on a project that I can't talk about yet at all, and that's not even just like a me kind of thing. I don't want to tell people. It's like I'm doing a thing that I genuinely can't really talk about. Or I probably could, but I'm not sure. So to play it safe, I'm not going to. I'll leave it until closer to the time. But that's pretty much it. I'm working on things. That's all you need to know. Things are being done. I am enjoying doing them. And with that, thank you very much for watching. I have been on this screen for a long time. I apologize for that. But yes, I will see you very, very soon. Peace out, I guess. Bye. They're pushing up, but they seem to have forgotten the cart. I'm not sure if they realise this is a payload map.